attendance are all members of council, all members of the administration, and Commissioner Dell. If there's anyone recording this meeting as a courtesy to the public, will you please identify yourself so that your fellow attendees know they are being recorded?
News 5 from Cleveland.
Thank you. Legislation proposed 091010, a resolution accepting the amount and rate as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor and declaring an emergency.
Our Carolyn's not here. That's just confirming what the words from the county. That's all it is.
Okay, is there any questions? Item 091002 is being pulled from tonight's agenda when we move to Finance Committee. Under legislation pending 070906, an ordinance amending section 939.26B, sewer service charges of the codified ordinance of the city of East Lake with a sunset date for rate increases to read as such. This is the third reading, will be on tonight's agenda for vote. Are there any questions about that?
If you were to see the first paragraph after the first paragraph, it's effective January 1 of 2020. And then, then we added the sentence that you folks asked for, the mayor asked for, so it's on the 23rd.
Any other questions? Council will hold meeting is adjourned at 7:02. And calling regular council meeting September the 10th, 2024 to order at 7:02.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here. Chief Wright. Yes.
cameras, you know, obviously, thought it was important to be here, and it is. You know, 1995, in April, we hired Keith McGore. I'd only been here a couple years at the time. He ended up getting promoted to sergeant back in 2011, 10 years later to lieutenant, and then just recently got through the process and was selected as the next chief. Mike's first day will be Monday, and we thought it was important to do this before, in front of all of you, so he can be recognized as he should. Mike's lived in the community almost his entire career and raised his family here, his wife Tammy and his 3 kids, and actually just tore down and built a beautiful house in the community, and that's a big part, I think, being close by as well. He's joined by tons of family and friends here, obviously. His qualifications are kind of unmatched. Graduated from the National Academy back in 2016. He came to us with a degree from Dayton, and then got his master's degree at Tiffin in police administration. Then he attended all the leadership schools. He's got all the tools. He's got all the training, and he's definitely ready to go. His experience, knowledge, he's going to help guide the department from now into the future for the 6 or so years that he'll serve, and I'm excited for what he will bring to the department, and I want to give him the opportunity as well to say a couple words.
Yeah, first off, I'd just like to thank Chief Wright for kind of supporting my leadership journey and kind of encouraging me to attend the National Academy. Through that organization, I met a lot of great leaders and took a lot from them. And kind of first and foremost, my family. My parents have always been there for me. They're here for me today. Their values that raised me. And my wife, my son Alex are here today. I've got 2 kids away at school, and they're really the ones that have supported me more so throughout my career. They're the ones who have sacrificed my time so that I could work overtime and rotating shifts and all that. That is something that they have put up with. Tammy for the 27 years that we've been married, and all my kids. And then I wouldn't be here without my Eastlink family. And that's all the guys I've worked with since I came on in 1995. I learned a lot from guys like Bob Eaton, Rich Greer, Bob Gonzalez. Everybody has impacted who I am and who I've become. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity to continue to work with all of the new people we've had recently, and still with some of the old hats that are hanging around. And move forward and do what we need to do for the city of Eastlake. I look forward to the challenge.
take a couple minutes, I have another group here to recognize, so that way they get the full attention that they deserve as well. So, everyone's welcome to stay for that and the remainder of the meeting, or if, you just take a couple minutes if people want to clear out. But we do appreciate you guys coming.
So, really quick, I'd like to thank, council and the mayor for giving us this opportunity to recognize this group. Really quick, a while back, I was scrolling through social media and, along with some of the negativity and stark issues come across, I came across a post from East Lake Gymnastics, celebrating the accomplishments of their 2024 national team. And I thought, you know, it was as loud as the negativity is sometimes, how great would it be for them and for us as a community if we could turn the volume up a little bit more on the positive ones and celebrate those in our community that are really making a difference. And I think East Lake Gymnastics is really doing that. So with the help of Councilwoman Kostelnik and Gina Moran, here we are today. Let me make sure I get this right. So the 2024 national teams, they competed in Savannah, Georgia, Springfield, Illinois, Daytona Beach, Orlando, and they also competed in the Junior Olympics in Greensboro, North Carolina. They've amassed something like 65 medals over these competitions, and in addition to their accomplishments, two of their coaches also competed in the division and placed in their groups as well. So with that, just like to say congratulations once again. Your hard work's not going unnoticed, and we're very proud of all of you. So with that, the mayor kind of lets me read the proclamation that we have for you guys. So if I could just call your names up, you guys come up to the front. Councilwoman Kostelnik, we will in honor of your accomplishments, and you guys can have this proclamation and give it to him. So East Lake Gymnastics has been a part of our community for over 50 years, instilling the values of hard work, perseverance, and excellence in our youth. And whereas East Lake Gymnastics has consistently demonstrated outstanding performance, particularly at the 2024 AAU National Competition in Daytona Beach, where 20 talented gymnasts represented our city and placed in at least one event, earning a total of 65 medals. And whereas we recognize the honors of the following gymnasts for their dedication, skill, and outstanding achievement. I hope I don't botch your names too badly. Bella Angelo. Maria Frenetic. Lily Workman. Adriana Stapleton. Kylie F. Conti. Ryan Corral. Brinley Yurko. Sophia Eastman. Ava Mitchell. Isla Melton. Lila Krem. Annalyn Payton. Danielle Gatti. Stella Norman. Riley Gonzalez. Lily Leganti. Ashley Weber. And Nicole Weber. Also, whereas two exceptional athletes, Ava Michelle and Skylar Melton, proudly represented Eastlake Gymnastics at the Junior Olympic Games in Greensboro, North Carolina, both taking first place on vault in their respective age groups and later placing second and third respectively in the final vault competition. And whereas the coaches of Eastlake Gymnastics, who Heather Trem, Lorelei Payton, and Irene Trem, provide exceptional guidance and mentorship to these athletes during nationals, further contributing to the success and positive impact of the gym on our community. And whereas coaches Heather Trem and Lorelei Payton also competed in the adult division of nationals, where Heather took second place on vault and floor, third on beam, bars, and all around, and Lorelei took third on vault and floor, fourth on beam, bars, and all around in her division. Now therefore, Therefore, I, Mayor David Spotsman, on behalf of the City Council and the City of Eastlake and citizens of Eastlake, do hereby recognize and honor the athletes and coaches of Eastlake Gymnastics for their extraordinary achievements and contributions to our community. Congratulations to all.
Hold on, don't move. Coach Heather, phone, very important. Thank you.
Unanimous business. Is there a motion to approve the agenda of the regular council meeting of September the 10th, 2024? Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Craniac?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Meyer?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mrs. Melnick?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes. Motion carried, the agenda is approved. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the regular council meeting of August the 27th, 2024? Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Meyer?
Yes.
Ms. Craniac?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mrs. Melnick?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes. Motion carried, the minutes are approved. The next regularly scheduled council of the whole committee meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, September the 24th at 7 p.m. with the regular council meeting immediately following the adjournment of the council of the whole meeting. There are no motions at this time. Were there any committee meetings since the last council meeting? The floor is now open for recognition of the public. I remind speakers that all remarks will be directed to the chair and not involve personalities. Limited to 3 minutes or a total of 30 minutes. I have one person who has signed up to speak. Mr. Andriuski. Your name and address for the record, please.
Sure. Ted Agee, 35432 Monument Drive in St. Ohio. I'm here once again, as I have been at other council meetings, to address the situation with the mayor. And I see he's gone. Where's our mayor? Why did he let the meeting? Does he want to hear what people want to say? So that's point number one. Point number two is when this council, when are other city officials going to enforce the charter? Now, let me read it for you, and let me read it for you very clearly, Mr. Lawrecker. The mayor, under qualifications, it doesn't say qualifications of elected mayor or qualifications of appointed mayor. It says mayor qualifications. The mayor shall have been for at least 3 years prior to the election, shall continue to be a resident of the municipality. The mayor shall be a full-time mayor and shall not hold any other public office, private employment, or engage in private business, except for the usual notary public, membership in the state militia. It clearly says the mayor shall have no other employment. What can't you people understand? What can council understand? This is the written charter of the city of Eastlake. It doesn't say elected, it doesn't say appointed, it says the mayor shall have no other employment. Each one of you is not here. Each one of you council members and the mayor has the opportunity to write articles in the Gazette. Not in this whole year has anybody addressed this situation, told the people of Eastlake what's going on. I know the strategy. Keep it quiet, don't tell anybody, and we'll get away with it. No, not anymore. It's on Channel 5 tonight, it's on the website, and word will get around Eastlake that we don't have a mayor working full-time in direct violation of the charter. I ask all you council people tonight to do your job, enforce the charter, make the mayor make a decision. Do you want to work at Lakeland, or do you want to be mayor of Eastlake? Enforce the charter, please. Do that for the people of Eastlake. We deserve a full-time mayor and safety director. Thank you.
Is there anybody else that would wish to address council? Ma'am? Name and address for the record, please.
Sabrina Zachary, 1245 East 44 East Third. I read the article today about the mayor, and his hours working. I'm just curious how many people here are full-time jobs outside of our council, right? Many people have full-time jobs that they all participate in outside. Okay, so average person work over 120 hours every 2 weeks. A mayor can work more than one job. You address anybody's concerns, arbitration and pay. If you have any type of concerns with walking, you're on working on Friday, they work overtime, right?
Extra time.
Yeah, or city. We have a mayor that has to work another job. He wasn't elected. He stood up. He's been there, right? Did he miss a council meeting? No, he hasn't. Has he been available for all of you? Yeah? Okay. So there's a pecking chain too, right? Like, if I have concerns, I should go to my board member, right? If I have concerns, I have my board member, go to the board member, and then you take the mayor, right? That's typically how it works with the hierarchy. So why are we directly calling the mayor, leaving voicemails when I'm concerned that they're not coming out? You should go to your board member, right? That's why we elect you. We ask you to come in and serve for our 5 blocks or 2 blocks, however it's divided, right? So why are you attacking somebody? There's the article went out, there's not a whole lot of ink like here, representatives concerned,
It'll get out.
it's out there.
It'll get out.
I read it in one document.
DirecTV and AT&T.
Mr. Andrews, you had your time.
Well, she asked me a question.
There's not a whole lot of people filling in here. There's not a lot. He's been in this position since January. He's doing what any mayor would do if they got questions in that position by the request of the city to be in the position that he was in prior to being mayor, right? So I'm just confused. I mean, that's what bullying to me. It's very inappropriate.
I have the right to speak.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you for your comment. Anybody else wish to address council? Anyone address for the record, please?
Heather Freeman, 125-223-127. I come to previous meetings to asking why the mayor is not following the charter, why the charter is not being enforced. I think the residents deserve it. The charter clearly states that the mayor cannot hold in or outside employment regardless of whether it's elected or appointed in the capacity of the Mayor Morley worked a full-time job here. He put all this effort into the work here. And as a resident of Eastlake, I'm concerned that we're not getting that attention that we need from Mr. Sutton. Having to work a little outside of their employees and having to dedicate the hours it takes to run the city. It's a very important job, and we pay them $90,000 a year apparently to do that. So, who I think that council can maybe get a second opinion as to whether or not the interpretation of the charter is correct. Because I don't agree with it. Well, thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Anyone else wish to address council? Seeing none, we'll move on to legislation proposed. Will the clerk please read legislation 09-10101?
A resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules requiring separate readings and readings in full?
So,
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Katsounis?
yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Mr. Stelman?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
I move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Mr. Stelman?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes. The motion is carried. The legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation 07-0903? This item is on third and final reading.
An ordinance amending section 939.26E sewer service charges of the codified ordinances of the city of Eastlake with a sunset date for rate increases to read as such.
Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Myers?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Stelman?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Overstreet?
Yes. The motion is carried. The legislation is adopted. There's no unfinished business. There's no new business. We'll move on to administrative reports.
Thank you, Mr. President. So really my comments are, I want to wish Chief Wright all the best in his retirement. I've had the pleasure of having him by my side, through a lot of my chief time. I know that as a professional, he worked very hard to get himself ready for the job to be police chief. I'm not sure that was always his goal, but his time in the Navy and all the stuff he did as a tactical officer on SWAT, his leadership conferences and FBI Academy, really educated himself to become, really a good qualified police chief. So as a professional, whether it was storms or accidents or, COVID, he stood up to the job, and he came at it right ahead. You always know where you stand with Chief Wright, because he addresses it, front and center kind of thing. We always kind of joked a little bit, because when we were during tough times, we spent a lot of time together trying to figure out how we were going to navigate with very low staffs. We were down at our minimals during the dark years here. And we laughed, maybe joked a little bit about the fact that on one given day, we were down at Walmart on a drug overdose. Even the patrol officer available, and I was the only person available for the ambulance. So you had the police chief and the fire chief who went down on that call by ourselves. But that's how we approached the job. We kind of dug our heels in a little bit. These direct jobs, to be honest, are not easy. Sometimes I think when we come to these meetings or you see us in front of the media or whatever it is, we try to prepare ourselves to represent our departments as well, but it's not an easy job. So as a friend, I think that he's always been there. So whether it was the suicide or whatever it was, he always checked in on me. So I wish him luck. I mean, the city's, a lot less with him not being here, but I know that Chief Warner is going to do a great job, because I think Chief Wright's prepared him for that. I appreciate him, Chief Wright. I wish him the best with his family. If you know him, his family means a lot to him. So I think that as his family grows and he has more opportunities to be with them, I just think it's going to be better for him. So I appreciate him very much. I wish him nothing but luck and all my love that he moves forward. So,
Any questions for the fire chief?
Too bad my last day in the fire chief, talk more than I do. The general conversation over the last year with people asking you as you get towards the end of your career, are you ready, looking forward to it, are you counting down? And I said, the dates countdown their own, and you really don't have to do that. It's going to come, whether you wanted to or not. A lot of great memories here. Mayor Mooney not being here because he gave a blubbery speech, as we all know him to be, and just what the council that I've got to work with, and had really good relationship with all council at all times, and it's supposed to be a somewhat adversarial relationship too, so we make sure we're all doing what's right for the city from the police perspective and from the overarching perspective that you guys are covering. Countless levies that we've been through, and it seemed to be like a kind of every other one thing that we were talking about. Ted mentioned COVID, just that year and a half of miserable staff meetings talking about, what's the next great thing to come down and trying to navigate it, the employees and all that, but I look around at the directors, Randy's the only one that's, I think you were senior than Ted, you were the director. But if you're police chief and law director, or really close, that's probably not a good thing, if we're talking too much, and typically our lines should be parallel. But I respect what Randy has to do, and we've always had a good relationship that we can both look under each other, but also draw on each other for things that we need, which benefits the city. Kevin got hired a year or two after me, and I was making traffic stops. He was filling potholes, and coming up with directors like Kevin and firing from within, or you don't have a ton of time together. So we've been there when the grass wasn't getting cut, and we had a ton more cops and firemen, and all of us seemed to be getting done. We all know government doesn't operate well by giving anything away unless we have to, but when we were made to give as much as we were away, we adapted, and then as we've added people again, I don't think the city's looked any better than it has under, Nick and Kevin in the service department. The fire department is efficient and trained up as any fire department you're gonna find out there. So there are some benefits that came from our long, dark ages that can have head use. The almost 14 years for me will be, like, you look at today, doing the swearing in has always been a high point for me, right, watching the kids get recognized. So today gives me the idea of the things I'm going to miss about this job, representing the city, this position, last 9/11 ceremony tomorrow. Also today is a reason why I'm not going to miss being in this position and having to, deal with some of the other stuff. I worked under 3 mayors. I felt tremendously supported by 2 of them. I'm really happy with my career here. My family's standing by. Ted and I also have kids of similar ages, and I just spirit went off, and Ted and Kevin were both there, and just kind of the banter that Ted and I have always exhibited as well. We got together, all the city employees were there to take a picture, so we called Ted over, and I gave him the camera to take the picture, because I just wanted him to be reminded that he's still an outsider. But, there's a lot of attention and desire and passion that he's put in his job. Worked with Dave now for a number of years, and I think we've all had a good relationship going. I know Chief Warner will continue that. I think you guys will enjoy your time with him. And I appreciate all the support that I've gotten from the city. So thank you.
Any questions for the chief? Any questions for the chief?
I just would like to say congratulations.
Our chief building official, Mr. Mann.
Yeah, fortunately, I never had to meet Larry on the traffic stop, so that was a good thing. I haven't, I've worked with Larry for about 11, 10 years now. He's always, if I need the police department, Larry's always been offering his help to us, which was greatly appreciated. I wish you all the luck. As you sing soon, maybe someday you'll be a grandpa soon. So even more great. But I wish you all the luck. Thank you, sir.
I would also like to congratulate Larry. It's been a pleasure. I think you've done an outstanding job, as everybody notices and recognizes. The city will miss you. You've definitely gone above and beyond. And I'm sure Chief Warner will continue in your footsteps and continue on your path. And I'm sure that you'll enjoy your time. I do appreciate, as everybody, everything you've given to the city of Eastlake, time, effort, everything overall, and your friendship and your cooperation and working together. It's been a pleasure. I wish you the best going down the road, whatever your next adventure may be. And I congratulate Chief Warner for his appointment. And I would also like to congratulate the ladies from the Gymnastics League team. I think that's outstanding that they were recognized, their accomplishments as well. And that concludes my report. I'm open for questions.
Any questions for the service director? Mr. Eldridge.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of council. Chief,
good luck with your retirement, and, as many of our construction projects are starting to wrap up, hopefully that'll alleviate some of the traffic jams that you might have had to deal with. With that being said, I know the Vine Street resurfacing project, as well as the Lakeland Boulevard project, are wrapping up and putting on the finishing touches now, which will lead us into our new project that will be starting, the Vine Street Water Leak project at Lake County Department of Utilities, from Route 91 to the east. That should be starting up here in the next few weeks. ODOT is going to be starting some traffic control on State Route 91 for the railroad bridge replacement. Again, they're going to be doing some temporary traffic control to get their zones ready. And then in October, it will be 1 lane in each direction. And then also East 347th Street project should be starting next week or two. The contractor is notified. So, yeah, they're going to be getting ready to get started on that as well. So that is all I have for my report. I'm available for questions.
Questions for Mr. Eldridge? Mr. Clammer?
Thank you, Mr. President. Congrats to Chief Warner, and good to have him. Congrats to Gymnastics. Blair, Chief, I hope you have a great retirement. What I would say is, you folks probably don't know, but we would bicker on politics all the time. And we would debate law enforcement issues, whatever. Maybe I look at things sometimes from a criminal defense perspective, because they do a lot of that and have done a lot of that. But we always managed to find a way to, what I learned over there, he always gave me a chance to misspeak, to learn, and then to say I'm sorry. And we're glad I had a chance to learn from him, because I think he was a great chief. He's obviously a great part of this community, especially the law enforcement community, so I wish him all the best. But on this issue that seems to come up, as far as Mayor Spotton, I've been, in some sense, I've been around the city of East Lake since Mayor Becker. So, a lot of folks don't remember my father was the law director for some years, and then Judge Gibson was the law director for a period of time, and I had the pleasure of being the assistant law director at some point in the law director. But when I was a kid, I would go to the old city hall, and I would sit there, and I remember this because I was creeped out by my grandfather's office. I distinctly remember being creeped out by that grandfather's office. And they'd be all in this other room, and they'd all be smoking. And it smelled bad, the building was old, and I had this creepy clock in the background. But I always left riding home with my father with this sense of how much he loved this community, and how much he loved the responsibility of being there in life. And over the years, as I would grow up, never would somebody say something cross about the city. He's like, even when we were at our worst, and I think now we're at our best, even when we were at our worst, somebody would make a sharp comment about him, and he would be the first one to correct us and really tolerate. And I like to think that I have that, and I like to think that the stuff we saw tonight is what makes the city great. And I think it's what makes every small government, every municipal government great, is when we all start to see things that we're really a fan, right? As much as Larry and I might bicker on things, I'd like to think if I call him and just provide anything, he'd be there for me. Kevin, if I call him and just provide anything, I think he'd be there for me. And I hope everybody feels the same way about me. And so to the extent that I can use that sentiment we have today for everybody to maybe think more about my opinion on this issue as a mayor, I think it's sound, and most important, I think it's fair. And use it as an opportunity to put that stuff behind and move forward so we can help the mayor do what he's got to do, and then he can help you folks do what you got to do. Everybody's accomplished so much in the last few years. We had no water, we had no pools or anything for anybody for the longest time. Then we had the YMCA come in and help. We're still trying to manage City Hall. You guys did such a great job trying to find an affordable way to provide this splash park for the community. And then all the things we've done, we forget sometimes. We can get held up with, I think, something like this. But to the extent that, and I know that the news report had at some point asked me my opinion, and I was quite candid with them, spend as much time as I could by way of email explaining things. But to the extent that the residents care, I think her name was Ms. Doherty who spoke, I think she hit it right on the button. When people get up there and they say we don't have a mayor working full time, it's simply not true. We shouldn't say that out loud. It's not fair to anybody. And when people make statements without asking my opinion as a lawyer, because by charter I'm the one that gives you anything around these types of things, issued an opinion, and it's well written, and it's probably 5, 6, 7 pages single space. And again, so the residents know. Most of the complaints have been about whether the mayor can have 2 jobs. So the residents know, when it's on the news with the reporters, our mayor's second job is from 11 o'clock at night until 7 o'clock at night. He works his second job, everybody else is sleeping. So to the extent that anybody has any concern that he's not dedicating his normal working hours, or most people's normal working hours in the city, that should at least give them some comfort. As we discussed the last meeting, there's all sorts of attorney general's opinions where the attorney general goes through what we call a compatibility analysis, where the attorney general will decide what types of jobs are compatible. Can a public official have 2 jobs? There's cases where there's mayors that are also city engineers, that there's mayors that are school trustees. There's all kinds of opinions, because what the attorney general does when he looks at it, he asks, are these jobs compatible in the sense that can the mayor do both? And is there a conflict of interest? There's certainly no conflict of interest between the mayor being a mayor in the city of East Lake and being a police officer at a local community town. And he has managed his schedule to put himself on that permanent, I guess you call it mid or third shift from 11 to 7, where everybody else is sleeping. Had people asked me that, I would have told them that, but instead they would show up to meetings and they would tell me what the charter says. And we never had that dialogue. Like, they think now that they know it, they'll understand it and put it aside. But as to the reference to what the one resident had read, you can't quote one part of the charter and not reference the rest. So the section that was quoted earlier, as it described from the news reporter when he asked me, that section was clearly with regards to a mayor who is elected. The charter clearly references elected mayor. So my duty as your law director is look at the other provisions that address when a mayor becomes a mayor by way of succession. And I've already issued that opinion that in that particular case, there is no divestment provision. There's nothing that requires that mayor leave his other job. And the reason we know that is because if the drafters of the charter had intended that to apply to a mayor who takes a position by way of succession, we know they knew the words to use, because they use those words in the other section. So what the law does is it says, well, we know you knew how to do it, and because you did put it in the other section, the law will presume that you intended to not have it apply. And then the law will also look for what is a fair, just, and reasonable conclusion. I think the conclusion that somebody who takes a job by way of the tragic passing of another mayor should have the opportunity, and in the sense the duty, to serve as mayor, keep his second job so long as it doesn't conflict with his duty, and then upon election, should that person run, everything is back into place. The residents are not going to be harmed in that regard. I don't want any residents believing that should their spot and run and be elected because they have 2 jobs upon election. That's not the case, and that's what I've said a few times. I know that's lengthy, but it's being reported, and I want to make sure the residents know that their mayor is treating them fairly. I think even most of the council people will tell you he's doing a good job. But that's all I have on that. But most importantly, Larry, enjoy your retirement. Thank you.
Any questions for the law director?
Yes, I have a quick question for you, Randy, and I appreciate what you're saying. You're right, we need to do more of those things. The mayor should make appointments within 30 days of taking office and be calling the official with 2/3 vote of council. Was that done?
The what?
Do you want me to repeat it again?
You're talking about a totally different subject?
I'm asking you a question. The mayor shall make such appointments within 30 days of taking office and become official only with 2/3 vote of council. Since he is assumed to this position, has that been done, or does that negate that completely as well?
When the mayor takes over the position of the prior mayor, the existing cabinet members stay for the end of the term. They would need to be removed by way of the removal.
So, as all of the directors are going to stay
until such time as the mayor's term ends and the new mayor elected. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Sorry, not necessarily for Mr. Clammer, but I wanted to circle back to this election, Mr. Casella. When Vine Street's finally finished, and the lines are painted and everything, are traffic calming measures going to be put in place, such as like lane narrowing or anything that might go in once that's done?
Not to my knowledge at this time. I think there's been,
project or scheme that's being worked on now, it's like 5 years down the road or something between the three cities and Lake Grant. The part, but that's, yeah, that's a different project altogether.
Okay, this meeting is adjourned at 7:53 p.m.